It's difficult for events to reach classic status, but there are a few classics in QMC, quite like Sand Moguls. Hello everyone, I'm your host Quack, and right now the Ivy League have a single point lead over the 4K Pixels. Meanwhile, the Stingrays and Team Pixie are also having monster seasons so far. But here we have a returning classic from both of the previous two seasons, and it's a little more orange than we're used to seeing. This is Sand Moguls. It's one of the only events that's been in all three seasons, and it's been in all three B Leagues as well, which makes it completely unique. And it's a Heats of 4 event. We begin with the demo run, where last season we saw the Ivy League take gold in this event. The season before that, we saw the Checkmates do it, but they're not in the main league this season. But right now it looks like Galactic Empire and Fidus Praxi were very close down to the line. And with Sand Moguls, we're used to seeing very chaotic racing, very close finishes at the line, and we're already seeing that in the very first heat. It looks like Fidus Praxi started in the back even, and it's hard to say, did they win that heat or not? It was very close between them and the Empire. We'll have to see when we see the finish line cam. It's going to be extremely close between those two, and oh, it's extremely close. I think it was Fidus Praxi, and yes, it was by 1/100th of a second. At 2.95 will be the winning time and the benchmark time. We'll have to see how that compares to the real teams. But of course, now the event horizons are settled back into their spots as we're getting ready for the main event. We've already seen so many exciting events, but here we go with the Avocados, the 4K Pixels, the Red Rockets, and the City Lights. And we're off. It's the City Lights and 4K Pixels side by side. The City Lights move to the side, but they overtake at the line, and I think the 4K Pixels might have been pipped at the end. The Avocados definitely made it. It looks like they were doing a pretty solid job. The Red Rockets, surprisingly, medaled in this event last season. Not going to make it. Oh, it looks like they got blocked a bit by Lumen there from the City Lights, but it looks like, yes, the City Lights did squeak by, and the 4K Pixels might get their second bottom half in a row, despite having those 5 medals to start the season. Yeah, they definitely did not advance there. The City Lights managed to squeak by, and Lumen was another marble that medaled in this event back in the previous season. It looks like those skills are translating here. Meanwhile, Mole for the Avocados pulling off an upset. Now the Flying Saucers, Stone Golems, Team Pixie, and King Crabs here. Several few teams that have done well in this before, but it looks like the Stone Golems have the lead right now. Our hosts are there, and Team Pixie on the near side will take that advancement spot at the very end. The Stone Golems looked like they had something going. They've been struggling a lot this event, or these past few events even. Back-to-back 10th places in the past couple, and it looks like, oh, they just barely got pipped to the line. Android, their member that they've used for a couple of events now, is usually a great athlete, but they just have not been able to put it together this season. Meanwhile, Terran, the reserve of the Flying Saucers, doing a great job here, dominating this heat, well ahead of the rest of the field. The two reserves in this one going to make it to the next round. Our hosts looking good, though, after just barely missing the gold last time. And meanwhile, Yeti for the King Crabs saying hello to the fans, even though they did not do well in this heat. Now we move on to the Pollen Puffs, Stingrays, Azure Diamonds, and the Jelly Jammers in this one. A couple of gold medalists so far this season in this one. And we're off. It's the Jelly Jammers on the near side. Now the Azure Diamonds have it. The Pollen Puffs and Jelly Jammers side by side. I think the Jelly Jammers got it. I didn't look like the Pollen Puffs had enough speed at the end. The Pollen Puffs start off pretty decently here. Meanwhile, the Jelly Jammers were swinging side to side, but they just carried enough power to the end. And I think they did take that advancement spot. But the Stingrays not looking good here. Another one of those big title contenders. It looks like they might be out. The 4K Pixels we've already seen get eliminated. Team Pixie's still in it. And considering Team Pixie's already catching up to the Stingrays, it's not looking good for the Stingrays' chances of holding on to third place, considering they're getting 4th place in this heat. Now we move on to the final heat of round 1. The Snapping Turtles, Loaves of Bread, Chili Peppers, and the gold medalist of this event last season, Bettina from the Ivy League. Here they come down now. It's the Loaves of Bread and the Ivy League in the advancement zone. Here comes Bowser on the near side, and the Snapping Turtles will be moving on to the next round. Oh, what happened to the Loaves of Bread? Another misstep here. They were coming off a streak of a couple good events in the past few, but they banged into that hard impact on that far wall, and they're just not going to be able to make it. But the Ivy League, unsurprisingly dominating this heat, they will be making it through. And the Snapping Turtles, Bowser, to my knowledge, has never done this event before, but they're going to do a great job here with a 3.11 and a 2.71. It's a great time for the Ivy League. This track is a little bit shorter than the one last season, so the time's a little bit better. But we look at the bottom half now. The 4K Pixels are still going to get 9th place, which is, we'll have to see if that's enough to try and get keep on that top 2 battle. Meanwhile, the Stone Golems getting 10th for the 3rd event in a row. Now we move on to the semifinals. The Avocados, Team Pixie, Snapping Turtles, and the Azure Diamonds. Several teams that would really love a great performance here. And it looks like the Avocados have the lead right now, but with a push from Bowser, the Team Pixie will be moving on. Team Pixie and the Snapping Turtles sort of working together there to make it through. The Azure Diamonds on the near side, it looked pretty decent at the start, but completely fell apart there. Meanwhile, Bowser, maybe not pushing Team Pixie per se, but definitely guiding them through. Those two will be moving on to the final. Team Pixie has a chance of getting their second consecutive medal here. They're doing a great job, and they're really trying to recover this season after starting with so many fourth places. It looks like they've been having a great season so far. Meanwhile, the Avocados, unfortunately, not going to be able to get another medal after their miracle last event. But now we move on to the second semifinal with the Ivy League, City Lights, Jelly Jammers, and Flying Saucers. Two teams that have won this event if you count the B League. But it looks like the City Lights have the lead right now. The Ivy League are not going to make it, but the Flying Saucers just barely hold on to the win. It was very aggressive for that win, and we'll have to see if the racing is anything like that in the final. If it is, then we're in for a real treat. But you can see on the far side, they bang into each other in the middle, and our hosts will be winning this one. Terran from the Flying Saucers has been impeccable so far this event, and they could be one to watch. They won this event in the B League back in Season 1, and evidently those skills have not worn away. Meanwhile, the Jelly Jammers, unfortunately, nowhere this heat. A 3.74 is a very poor time, and the Ivy League actually, this is Bettina's first time not getting a medal in an event, but they will still get 5th place, so it's hard to be ashamed of that. Still very solid for them, especially with their rivals, the 4K Pixels, down in 9th place. It's still going to be tight between those two. But now we move on to the final for the gold medal. The Flying Saucers, Snapping Turtles, City Lights, and Team Pixie are hosts in this one. We'll see how they do here in the top lane. And we're off. It's 3 wide for the lead right now. Bowser has it. Here comes Miracula from Team Pixie on the far side. They will be getting it done. And back-to-back gold medals for Team Pixie. They started on the near side, they swung way up to the top, and it looks like with a bit of a push from Lumen, they will be getting it done. The Snapping Turtles hold on for silver, though. A great job from Bowser, who's a proven athlete in this league. And the City Lights hold on for their first medal of the season. It's been so long since they've been able to say they've gotten a medal. They got lots of them last season, but this season has so far been a struggle, but they'll finally get it done. Meanwhile, heartbreaking for Terran, not able to pull off a medal for the home team. They did get one last event, but unfortunately not going to get one. Not going to be able to get a gold either here. But Team Pixie, back-to-back gold medals, not a phenomenon we see all too often. And the Snapping Turtles, also another team that would definitely like these points. They'll definitely help them move up in the standings. But here is the podium. Team Pixie is definitely going to be moving up. They're already in that title battle. They could be moving up into it. So far, those top three have really been impenetrable, but Team Pixie has done it. They've moved up into 3rd place. Now they've passed the Stingrays, and after 2 perfect events, we'll see how they go heading into the next one. The Ivy League, though, have the point lead by 5 points now. It's stretched just a little bit over the 4K Pixels, but suddenly Team Pixie is within striking distance, only 3 points behind the Pixels. Meanwhile, the Flying Saucers move up into 5th place, but we'll have to see how things change as we move into the next event, which will be High Jump. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.